on a mobile phone. Incidentally, it so happens that just few months back in CES in Las Vegas, a product was launched by a Korean company, priced between 45 to 70,000 rupees, and sold only in Korea. Went through the spec sheet. It says a very interesting processor. Looked at the cost of the processor. Spoke with the company. It says, can we have this kind of a device for less than 5,000 rupees? And that device has lots of. We all know memory is very cheap today. It's commodity today. 4 GB, chips are hardly priced today. So, and by the way, 4 GB chip is like 5 3-idiot movies can be loaded onto it. And how do you teach the unpad gawars, the illiterate, semi-literate of the people? By the way, they can be taught. They can be, you can leverage their intelligence, but not through going to the chalkboard and giving them, text and things like that. But what they do understand is pictures. What they do understand is films. Anything spoken to them in that language is relevant. Second, whatever you show, picture and films, which is contextual to their life as a villager in that village, if it is very contextual, well, the theoreticians say people learn very fast. Quickly switch gears. Public healthcare is the worst development sector in the country, especially North India. It's the worst in the world, the health indicators. Go to a state of Chhattisgarh. There is a program called Mitanin. Mitanin is essentially taking class 5 pass, class 8 pass people. I have also met people who are class 2 pass, incidentally, in interior Bastar area, Chhattisgarh. These people are Mitanins, as in they are doctors. There are 60,000 of these doctors in interiors of Chhattisgarh. This is a government program. Last 6 years it's been running. The health indicators have more than doubled in the last 6 years. So what it also says is the so-called unpad gawar of this country, they have a minefield. They are telling, you guys are educated. Can you help tap into what my ability is? So what I thought I would do, is quickly give you a possibility. And I do not want to hype it up here, but I just want to give you one possibility. This is the projector that I was talking about. This is palm-sized. This has runs on a Nokia battery, Nokia mobile battery, on a Nokia charger. Expensive device, 15 to 17,000 rupees. I don't understand why it needs to be expensive, but let's leave that aside. This is a device. I do not know if it's possible to turn off this light for a moment, just to give you an idea. And then I will also throw open the question, chairing the session. He did indicate that let's have a Q&A later, but I'll leave these, thoughts, just showing the demonstration. After that I will close, Mr. Manager. Is it easy to? Yeah, it's easy. Okay. Can we turn off everything just to get a feel? Completely, please, if possible. I'm going to leave this here. Thank you. You see this? You see the size? Same size? You make it dark and the quality improves. Forget, we don't even need such a big size. This is enough for a class of, let's say, 30, 25 people. Yeah, I think we can turn on the light, please. This, I work in a jugaad capital of this country, in Delhi. One of the leading manufacturers in the country, Indian manufacturer. 3-4 months back, I went to him with the same challenge. First 1 hour we spent time. After the meeting, I put this in front of him. I said, Rasmani, what do you think about this? He says, yeah, I turned it on. Next 1 minute, he called the housekeeper inside the room. I said, he's the person I need to be talking to. And I said, what do you think about this? This is something that is very interesting. I said, Mr. Rasmani, can this be ported on a device, on a mobile? It's already happened somewhere else in the world. But he wanted less than 5,000 rupees. A week, 2 weeks later, got petered off. They gave a device which was like 30% of this. 30% is really disappointing. 3 weeks back, they gave a device which is 70% there. Yesterday they gave a call, they said 80% we are hitting the limits, do not know if we can go beyond 80%. But this is the device that 4 GB memory, all your basics. So this is a PDF phone, and currently they said this is already sub 10,000. So he says he's finally confirming it. This is right volumes and give it some more time. The functionality will improve, the prices will come down. So I think this, no, the advantage of this device, let me quickly share that with you for a minute and I will close after that. So I have pictures, I have context, I have the finest teacher sitting here, right? If let's say I go in rural Khammam area, rural Warangal area here, now how relevant is this one teacher going to be across the country? Not fully, only to some level that will be relevant. How do you make it fully relevant? We all know how do we learn things. I think I'll break knowledge or meaning, anything that is meaningful to us into 2 dimensions. One is content, second is context. Right? You need a context to understand what the content that has been explained. So if this teacher, great teacher sitting here, is given to me, and I am a rural teacher teaching skills in rural areas, let's say in the Warangal area, what I know very well, which this teacher does not know, is the local context, the local nuances of that profession, which this person does not know, because it cannot know. So when I turn around and start teaching, at a certain point, by the way, I can play a video also on this one. I just don't have a video on this one, that's the reason I couldn't play it, but I can play a video. On this one, I can show a video as well later. As the pictures go on, as the videos go on, I can turn it off, I can stop. I say, this point this teacher talks about, actually wrong, actually irrelevant, actually not relevant for us. That is that I get on to my stories, that is how it is relevant. At the same time, the teacher knows what are the right buttons of each topic that needs to be touched upon. So that never gets compromised. Because every time you give this to a teacher, you make sure that definitely is, those things definitely go. But the contextualizing happens at this level. Second, this has a camera. Right? I've finished the classroom, I've gone out, I've seen something interesting, I take a 2-minute video of that. Tomorrow I come back to my class, I turn on that video and show that 2-minute video. He said, this is what I saw, this is what all of you do. That is the reason productivity of the rice that you grow is less. This is what you should stop doing. Right? Second, this device can also have a front camera. I as a teacher, end of the day I have lots of queries. I can call a call center. And I can say, these are the 3-4 queries that have been coming over the last 1 week, and yet I don't have an answer. Can you give me an answer? So I can get into a video conference as well. I can actually show some certain specifics. Now last point I will make here is, let's remove the romanticism part. Let us see what is skill development. Skill development is ability with the fingers. This is all theory. How relevant is this? But if you look at service sector, in service sector, let us not just think about BPO and servicing and stuff like we go to the rural areas. The rural service itself is a huge industry for them. Can that be taught on this significantly? Second, if I'm trying to teach somebody to operate a lathe, the problem is the finest lathes are very expensive, they're not possible. So you can have some ordinary lathes. But the finest lathe can be sitting on this. I can show a demonstration on that. I can show the details of running that lathe kind of thing. Second, we're talking about infrastructure. Skill development means we need rooms like these. Not as expensive as these, we need covered rooms like these. Somebody, when I showed this to somebody, they said, no, look, this is a walking classroom. I said, I don't even need it. I said, I'll wait for 6:30 to happen in the village. We'll go to the village square, have 2 kids hold a white piece of cloth or a black piece of cloth, and we'll project this. And we'll get started. So do I need classrooms? Formal classrooms also. The content here needs to be comparing. End of the day, if you ask me, this is 5% of the problem. Not 100%, it's 5%. Other 95% is good facilitator. Not good teacher, by the way. I only need to be a good facilitator. I think manufacturing, when I go to some of these people who are running large chains of vocational training institutes in the country, they say you can manufacture, you can facilitate it. You cannot manufacture people, but you can manufacture large number of facilitators. So those are the possibilities. These are some of the ideas. The other, I can go back to the Chhattisgarh example. If I'm in 60,000 people on the ground, so-called military and semi-military people, they have transformed the healthcare of a state, significant state, called very, very difficult state. Chhattisgarh, if you understand, Chhattisgarh is a very, very difficult state. They have transformed the healthcare. Now the same question. This is the notion of barefoot doctors. See, what the point is, this person, one another minute, sorry. When I went to this manufacturer, I was curious. taught them. There was no skill development institute training these people. How did they learn? He asked me a more fundamental question. He says, you are aware of Fiat, an ambassador in this country. You know that once upon a time, any remote part of the country, they used to get repairs. He says, how? He says, same thing. He says, I don't know how. He says, some opportunity emerges, one master emerges in different regions. He or she will crack that trade. Then what they will do is, they will see what are those 10, 15, 20, 30 things that go wrong in that device. They capture that and they teach that. And he told me the same thing. He said, that's what has happened to this one. He says, then 100 people get trained by these masters informally. Out of the 100 people, there will be 10, 12 people who will be super smart, who have learned by this master. But after that, they have learned so many other things. They'll be able to crack 100, 200 problems that happens in a mobile phone. So that, just to give you an idea, this so-called, I had this strong notion, Answar, Gawar, how do you make them relevant kind of a thing. But here is a different perspective telling, your approach to them needs to be different. They can be captured. So how quantum field can happen, I think these are some of these energies. Can't go into the details of other 3-4 ideas that you're looking at. I think these are some of the ideas. All 1 year down the line, I'll come back, you will ask me what happened to this, and it will probably fail. But I'm telling you, we need to put at least 10, 15, 20 of these ideas, and hopefully 2-3 ideas of this will click. And once they click, hopefully, they will click in a big way, in a major way.
Can I ask you a quick question?
I think you're doing questions later.
Just a quick one on this.
So the question answer.
Could you please think about like the television? Using television for
Somebody told me, a person who thinks very deeply, he says, nonsense. TV and DVD is required. I said, nonsense. This is TV and DVD inside a pocket. No power required. 4 TV memory. I said, this is TV, that is nonsense, this is nonsense. I said, I don't know how relevant it is. Because TV, DVD, do you think that's a powerful idea? I said, no. This is a very, very powerful idea. Everything else that TV, DVD has, and I think much more. Much more. Down there is a company called Luida Technologies. They met me 3-4 months back. They have a small bracket. They create a virtual XY, and they have a stylus. The screen becomes interactive. I told them 4 months back. I said, you bring that price down to 5,000 rupees, not 50,000 rupees. And second, they said, no stylus business. My finger, if I put my finger, it should work there. And by the way, I know that there is such a technology exists somewhere else. So I reminded them again. I says, you've stopped coming to me, kind of a thing. If you're still interested, here's a challenge that I hand over. Can it be done? I think some technical experts tell me it can be done. That some of those people should get excited and actually should do it. What happens then? It's not just screen. The screen is interactive. I can go and blow up things. I can blow and I can show lots of scenarios. Hyperlinked world is an amazing world for learning. So I don't know if I answered your question, but.
Thanks.